everyone, I'm back. I'm gonna be making myself my own little skillet to cook on campfire, stuff like that. Here's my piece of metal I'm starting with. Gonna change it up from the last one that I did. I'm gonna make the corners a little more round and square it off. The other one's corners just weren't as nice as what I wanted. So I got to work with that first. Use some tin snips, pretty close. And I'm mostly just eyeballing, but not looking too shabby. Probably round that corner off just a hair. Not too bad for eyeballing. This corner seems a little short, so I might have to trim that up just a little more. Not too bad. Close enough. Maybe I'll do this one just a little bit more. I'm going to switch the camera around. This angle's just a little bit. Now it's time to round the edges. It's getting there. Sure, some blacksmith's watching me. What the heck is he doing? But it's all right. Using my hammer in ways I probably shouldn't. Should have my gloves on because this is kind of sharp. Overall, not too bad there. So I did not have any leftover. This is all my 1/4-inch stock that I used on the last one. So got some rusty old 10 spikes. These should work. Got 2 of them. Just gotta be careful. You can get tetanus from these suckers probably. But not after I'm done. Knock the edges off of it. Now I got my Jimmy rigged setup. It's basically just a torch handle connected to a 20-pound cylinder. You can get these adapters here at Tractor Supply. They're for your little Mr. Buddy heaters. Right there's my Mr. Buddy heater. It's usually hooked up to for my heat in my shop in the wintertime. So then all you gotta do is just turn this a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna have to move you guys. So if you watched my first video, I made my first handles too thin and they ended up breaking on the top that I have to use my grommet on. And I had to change it up to use like a steel screw to be able to get them to stick properly, or the handle to stick to the pin properly. Now these are hard stakes because I used these many years ago as my awning stakes for my camper. Hopefully this will work just fine. Eventually I could build myself my own little furnace to heat this stuff up in. I don't need anything super big, just something that will get the job done. Pull it off so I can do the other side. I really should make something where I can have this in place while this heats up. I do have other things like this old railroad spike, old horseshoe. So I have a video up on the page already of I made this when I was down in Dollywood, Tennessee. Made out of a horseshoe. That'll be my videos down below. If I had the little furnace, I'd probably be able to get this done probably twice as fast. But in the caption of my live, it says making do with what I have, because I don't do this all the time, so I just make do with what I have, make it work, figure it out. I was going to buy brass rod to be able to use as a handle anchor, but that didn't work out. Bust off. I already figured that these handles will get pretty hot when I'm cooking on the stove, or not on the stove, on a campfire, so obviously I'll have to have some sort of hot pad, or maybe I'll make something that can grab a hold of the hand so I'll be able to take it off of the fire. I think Luke just uses like a cloth or just to protect his hands. One of them uses a glove. Not bad. I got both knocked out before I do the bending of the handles and the drilling. I'm sure it'll be a lot faster if my turbo torch head didn't break. I had one of those from when I did plumbing, and that seemed to have a way better head on it than this little rinky dinker. This is the torch that I usually use to start fires at the campsite for campfires. Makes it a little bit faster and easier. Turbo torch head just wore out from 20 plus years of use. Now I have to figure out, I guess I'll put the handles right there, bend it, and try to bring this side up here a little bit more and make it so I can, I'm using my little hammer. This side's a little bit higher, probably have a little bit better bite on this side. I might just put it through the bottom just because I don't know how easy this will be. I wonder if I have to heat this up too. This is what I use. Railroad tie, or railroad track from many years ago. This was a failed attempt of a grommet right here. Easy, it might work. Little, looks like little burrs. See that sticking up? That's what I'm knocking down right now. Down there pretty good. That's better. Oh, that's hot. All that friction build up, heat in that nail head. Get it in better lighting. Can use a little bit of stick. Oh, it's still too short. Make it a little bit longer. So there's a little more of the grab right there. That's way better. That's pretty rough, but I think it'll do the job. And the fun part. Give me 2 minutes. Well, do a little bit on the face here. It's got a little bit of a warp to it, but I have an idea of how I want to get rid of that. And there we go. All I'll have to do is season it now. Avocado oil, grapeseed oil, one of those. I just cooled it off outside. It's got a small warp to it, but I think I have a couple ideas of how I want to eliminate that, make it a little bit stronger, maybe put a couple of ribs in down through here. But overall, solid little pan. All right, I think that'll be it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe,